Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So we're taking a look at Corvus Glaive. I don't have him as a 5-star, I want him as a 5-star, but I took my 4-star up to rank 5. As you can see, he does not need to be awakened, although his awakened ability is useful sometimes. But let's take a look at his synergies real quick here. Not going to go through each of them, you guys can take a look here. Pretty interesting synergies. Alright. And let's take a look at his abilities. Now, of course, as I said, my Corvus is not awakened, and I said he didn't need to be awakened, but let's take a look at what his awakened ability is. Alright, so this is my 3-star, and you can see he has Glaive of Immortality. As long as Glaive's immunity is active, Corvus Glaive cannot die. So it's a cheat death. Instead of dying, 4 Glaive charges are removed. If Corvus performs a well-timed block against that attack, 2 Glaive charges are removed instead. So in other words, as long as he has Glaive charges, he cannot die, but they're going to get removed 4 at a time unless you do a parry. And if you parry, it'll go 2 at a time, so you'll last a little bit longer. Alright, so it is useful, but it's not critical to the champion. Alright, so let's take a look here. Now, he has some very interesting abilities here. As you can see, he has a series of missions. We're not going to go through each one of them. You guys can read it. They are very simple, and when you complete each of these missions, you get something, okay? And you can read what you get here. Mission 1, you can see there, eliminating Avengers. Mission 2, sabotage technology. Mission 3, hunt the uncanny. And mission 4, challenge defenses. And you can see what you have to do to complete each of those missions. And here is Glaive's immunity, which we talked about when we looked at his signature ability. Alright, now these are some very nice things to keep in mind. Corvus Glaive does not take damage from cold snap, bleed, and shock debuffs, but it's only while that Glaive's immunity is active, so bear that in mind. So when he loses all of his charges, be careful, you are now vulnerable to those things. At the start of the fight, Corvus gains 20 permanent Glaive charges, granting him true damage and guaranteed critical hits with his Glaive as long as Glaive's immunity is active. A charge is spent every time Corvus hits with basic attack using his Glaive. And you're going to see that when I'm fighting, it goes down, so I have 20 attacks, basic attacks, that are guaranteed criticals. Not only that, but if you read the next one down, he can trigger critical hits through the enemy's block. So he has a guaranteed critical within those 20 hits, and even if they're blocking, he'll still do it. That's nasty. Corvus's blade is damaged after he uses all of his Glaive charges, disabling Glaive's immunity for 50 seconds. Corvus cannot inflict critical hits while Glaive's immunity is disabled. You'll see that again when I'm fighting Winter Soldier. I go for a little while so that you guys can see. After 50 seconds, it comes back, but you can see the kind of damage he does while he's waiting for Glaive's immunity to return. When Glaive's immunity reactivates, if Corvus has 0 Glaive charges, he regains all of his Glaive charges. And you'll see that. When he's knocked down, his blade is damaged. He's knocked down by either a heavy or a special attack, and that disables his immunity for just 3 seconds. Alright, well-timed blocks, which is a parry. It reduces the armor rating. It inflicts an armor break, very nasty, and depending on how many armor up effects are on your opponent, he will inflict an armor break equal to their armor up. That is wicked. And you guys can see his special attacks here. That's special attack 2 is vicious. Very nasty. I love it. You'll see me use it, and I try to use it as often as I can. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at Corvus in Realm of Legends. Alright, you guys can see who I'm going in here with. Nothing's fancy, just, you know, mutant crit team. There's some damage in there as well, Red Cyclops, I believe. Alright, so let's get started so you guys can see a little Corvus in action before we go ahead and take him into a series of duels. Alright, so first thing I want to do, see he inflicts an armor break on parry, and you can see all of his attacks are criticals. You can see the glaive charges going down with each of my attacks. Alright, here's his special 1 attack. Right. And I'm running suicide, so let me, just so I can last a little bit longer, bait out his special 1. Alright, and we'll bait it out again while I work up to special 2 so you guys can see his special 2. Okay. Now, right now, his glaive charges are down, so his special 2 is not going to look very impressive damage-wise. Right? You can see it wasn't unblockable. If you remember reading about that, when he has Glaive's immunity, it goes unblockable. And it'll also be guaranteed crits, and it does a lot of damage. Alright, but for right now, I just want to show you guys what his specials look like. So we're going to go ahead and get to his special 3. And his glaive charges are almost back. Alright, so let's just throw his special 3 here. So pretty. He has some of the nicest animations. Alright, and let's work our way up as much as we can. Okay, so his glaive charges are back, and you can see so are his criticals. You saw that crit right through the block. I pushed him to his special 2. Didn't want to do that just because it does a little bit more damage to me. I run suicides, but that did help me get to the special 2 a little bit faster. Alright, and here we go. Look at that damage. That was with an armor break on him and with his glaive charges up. Very nice. Alright, and let's see. We don't want to do that. Yeah, bake that out a little bit. Alright, come on. Here we go. Alright, let me show you guys his heavy, parry. Wicked heavy. Alright, so at this point, you guys have pretty much seen all of his specials. You can see what his damage looks like when his Glaive's immunity is down. Not very impressive at all. He is great for short, bursty fights, but longer fights like this one, he's not going to be as impressive. Alright, so this is not going to be a full kill. Just wanted to let you guys see that. And what we're going to do after I let him go ahead and kill me, hurry up, we're going to go into a series of duels. That'll show you a little bit better what he can do in the shorter fights. Alright, so enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, so this is the final duel of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you see what a beast Corvus is, even at 550. If you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you did, please consider smashing that like button. It really helps me out. If you have not subscribed to my channel already, you would like to see more content like this, I also do crystal openings as well, consider giving me a subscription. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this video. If you would like to support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Patreon account, and you can become a patron of this channel. If you would like to know what songs are playing, check my description, and I will have links to that as well. So you guys have a blessed day.